Guys, what is up? I currently have a Hot Round Master Bunch ebook that helped me get to the Final Four of the Madden Bowl up for sale now. It dropped about 2 weeks ago and so far has really good viewership and really good praise. Go check it out. The link will be in the bio. Let me know what you guys think and feel free to ask any and all types of questions. Thank you very much. What is up, everybody? This is Pavan and we're back here again with another episode of Tip Tuesday. So this is the second edition, whatever you want to call it. The first episode we did, I showed you guys a bleacher blitz. It was a nice quick little video. This video is going to be a little bit more in depth. I'm probably going to be 10 to 15 minutes plus. I'm going to be showing you guys how I personally bag the 3 best passing formations in my opinion out of the 1-4-6. Show them some of the adjustments, and the 3 formations that I'm talking about are the gun bunch, the gun tight slots, and the gun trips tight end. Like always, you gotta have the right personnel, and for this 1-4-6, your linebackers have to be pretty stellar. I personally use Taylor Mays at one spot, and I use Troy Polamalu at the other, and Mutt that is. And if you're playing regs, man, you just want the best defensive lineup you could have. Same goes for SC, same goes for draft champs. But this kind of pertains more to Mutt. And obviously D-line can help out a lot. So let's just get straight into the video, and we're gonna start versus the bunch. Probably one of my my favorite formation of all time. And don't mind the playbook. I have a custom playbook just so I could get bunch, the best bunch plays with the best tight slot plays with the best trips tight end plays. So I don't have to go back and forth. So let's just start off with this post cross, aka the wide receiver post. One of my favorite plays. A lot of people's favorite plays, and let's just start off with it. And for the personnel, I'm going to be using Jerome Baker, and I have everyone pretty much fast on the blitz, so let's just get straight into it. So I come out in the cover 2 sync a lot, as I just didn't really even come out in cover 2 sync. And like always, I press my defense, and one thing you want to make sure you do is bring in this row character, put him on a contain. And there's 3 variations of the blitz I like to do. So one, if you don't know by now, you man up this running back right here, and if they don't double team, he's just gonna come in free like that every single time. So that's the first one, but this has been in the game for a minute, so that's just the common knowledge of a lot of players, a lot of people by now. It is June, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. We're gonna go to the second setup, which is, if you watched last week's video, I like to just send all these goons, and I'm gonna call hike. I'm gonna double team this guy, so the corner will get picked up, but this guy comes in free. That's the second setup. To send to everyone. Another setup, this was in last week's video. If you want to go watch it, feel free to. I break down the best adjustments out of this type of play. Is I'll send this corner on the outside, and you can put this guy in zone. You could do whatever. For the sake of the video, I'm just gonna keep him there. You could user him, you could user whoever. If you send this corner on the outside, this heat comes in no matter what. See right there, I had 2 people gonna come in free right there. And that's all in the last week's video. But for this setup, for today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down a setup I haven't broke down before, and it's a setup that's really good. And it is this user blitz feature. Honestly, this year, there's so many nice user rushes you could do, and people don't take advantage of it. You could either come off the edge if they're rolling out, or my personal favorite is I'll just go after them, man. So I'm gonna be breaking down what makes this so good, so bear with me, stay with me for a minute. But for the most part, I'm just gonna be running it as I would. So the slide protection is on point. Everything should be blocked. This is so good because look how fast I come in compared to the normal stock blitz itself. So this is me technically blitzing everyone, except I'm just making the process faster. I'm gonna call hike, boom, I just come in free. And you hear that controller vibrating. You're gonna hear that controller vibrating a lot if you do this setup. And I'm gonna just show you the replay. So I run my defense out of cover 2 sync a lot. Make sure these linebackers right here are nudged. They're backed up, aka, so they're backed up. They're kind of in a look like, okay, I could play coverage, I could come after you. And make sure all your slot corners are blitzing and they are on the contain. As you see right here, both slot corners are blitzing and are on the contain. And I'm just gonna show you what it is that happens. So right here, when you double team to pick up the slot corner on the left, the guard comes and double teams that guy. which leaves the running back to pick up this slot corner that comes in, which leaves my gap wide open. And look, I mean, no one is even going to be close to me unless you block 8. But even if you're blocking 8, you're losing the game pretty much. When I could potentially mix up coverage. But look how I just shoot right out of a cannon. Just get after him right away. So I'm gonna show this one more time, and then I'm gonna show you what else you could do out of this, and we're gonna move on to the next plays or coverages. So once again, make sure these guys are backed up. You click on them, and if you click on them and just move them down, they'll be backed up. You want to blitz everyone. Make sure everyone is on a contain. You can do whatever with the coverage. I personally like to man up the bunch guy a lot. You know, purple this guy maybe, or man him up. The coverage adjustments are on you. And if you want a video for coverage adjustments, let me know. But man him up. You can man up your user to him if you want. It doesn't really matter. And slide, double team, and just watch Jerome Baker, aka my user, just come in with a quickness. And if you have a lurker there, you have a secure tackler enforcer, it's going to be causing chaos out there. So once again, we're going to get back to the setup. And I'm not going to be user rushing this time, but I'm going to be showing you why this is so good. So to counteract the user rush, you do not double team. You just leave it stock. You slide to wherever side you want to slide. You leave it stock. You do not double team that guy. But if you don't double team, this is what happens every single time. So if you remember from the first setup of the video, you just man up the user. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm gonna call hike. Watch the slot corner just come in free, and that's a 4-man rush. You know, you can't rely on that every play. So most of the time, people are gonna double team, which, you know, if you double team that guy, then you come in free on the user rush. You could bring your guys in right here, put them in hook curls, play super aggressive because you know the heat is gonna come in. You know, they can't really do anything. Show you one last time this user rush, and it's such a nice user rush. People have been taking advantage of it. I actually found this myself about 2 to 3 weeks before the Madden Bowl. I ran it versus Henry, and Henry just, wow, you found something super glitchy. And you know, when Henry says something's glitchy, you know it's glitchy. So I'm gonna call hike, and boom, we're just gonna sack you. We're just gonna sack you. So that was it for the what's it called? The gun bunch formation. The next 2 setups are gonna be versus tight slots and trips tight end. We're on the tight slots, gun tight slots now. Come out and cover 2 sync once again. But for this, you want to make sure you have the fastest linebackers you guys can have. So what I like to do, and these are really, really high level, next level adjustments. You know, we all know you could just send 7, you know, and it's a tight formation, and it's not going to pick it up always, and sometimes it will. But I'm not going to really be showing you that. I'm going to be showing you what I like to do out of my coverage and sending 3 and, you know, mixing in the pressure. But to be a great Madden player, you got to mix up your coverages. You can't do the same thing every play. I know you want to be comfortable and, you know, you have your own plays that work for you. I've been there, I've done that, but you got to start mixing it up if you want to take that next level. So my favorite adjustments versus gun tight slots is I'll man up either this linebacker or this linebacker, depending on if they flip their play. But if the tight end's on the left side, I man up this linebacker. Tight end's on the right side, man up this linebacker. And make sure, once again, these guys are good. I'll man him up to the tight end. This guy, you could either spy, you could either 3-rec, you could either vert hook, or you could either purple. I know it's a lot of adjustments, but it's just dependent on, you know, what are they killing you with. A purple is going to guard everything to the left side of the field. A vert hook is just going to stay there, you know, just guard slants, hitches, and drags. I personally always like to spy, just because everyone has escape artist QB. I'll man up this guy right here to leave to Dorsett. And, you know, if you shade up and out or you shade inside, they'll get a good press. So I'm just going to move him in for the sake of the video. And what I like to do here is I like to man up triangle to, or I man up the slot guy to the triangle receiver. What I did last was I put this guy in a hard flat and did something like this. And this is what my favorite set of adjustments are. And you got to lurk on this Bobby McCain or the safety on opposite the running back side so you can blow up the inside zone. I'll show you that right now. You come in every single time, and, you know, inside zone could be a killer. Once you eliminate their threat of running, then they become one-dimensional. So make sure you do that first. Blow up that inside zone if they're gashing you with it. And once again, we're going to get back to the adjustments. Man up the tight end here, and obviously you got to get these adjustments down, practice them or whatnot, practice one. And it goes for if they flip the play. Man up this guy right here. If if this is like a tight end and wide receiver on this side, do those adjustments, and then man up triangle right here. And for the most part, you can leave this cloud. You know, I like to leave this cloud sometimes. You can hook curl him, you can mid read him, but for the most part, a lot of these adjustments are going to be, you know, really good versus any type of plays out of this tight slots. And I wish I had an example, but I will say I did play Drini, and when I played Drini, I really bagged him out of this. He just had some difficulty beating these adjustments. So I'm just gonna call hike and try to represent what it would look like. Not really the full max potential, but this is something what it would look like. Now, obviously, like I said, blitz them a lot when you can. And obviously the blitz, you just move in your contains blitz everyone. So you want to kind of lurk around here left, and then pretty much everything will be guarded by that point. And if you have a D-line chem, you're gonna go off with your D-line chem. So I'm gonna just show you a replay of what you want to do with your user, accurate representation. Notice where I'm at. I'm on Bobby McCain on the right side. I'm gonna be able to blow up this inside zone. I'm gonna be able to jump to the left side of the field, the left flats, left corner routes, and then after that, you know, if he wants to throw this, he can. But since you have such a good linebacker or whatnot, in MUT, obviously, he's going to be able to make up so much ground. He is open for a second, but let's just picture that being an actual corner instead of Jerome Baker, actual safety, or like golden ticket Polamalu instead of Jerome Baker. So I'm going to actually just run a set of plays. I don't really run this offense, so I don't know the best plays. I know a couple plays, so let's just run them. So once again, the adjustments are, you want to man up him to the tight end, him to the outside receiver, him to the slot receiver, and this would go if they flip the play as well. So if they flip the play, I would be manning up him to the outside guy. I would be putting him in a spy, and I would be manning him up to the tight end. And last but not least, you could keep this mid read. You could put him in a hook curl. I like a hook curl. And I'm gonna just break down the play real quick. I don't really know the best plays out of this, but I know somewhat decent plays. I think it's something like this. Maybe something like this, and they'll like to motion over this this Sanu guy. So I'm gonna try to use our two things at once. So we notice, look, for the most part, everything is just completely bagged. Those pat sail posts are just gonna be completely bagged. Those motion slants are gonna be completely bagged. Overall, this is a really good defensive basis you can set up your defense versus tight slots against. And you know, make sure you shoot that inside zone, send pressure when you can. And you know, everything is covered on this play, and you have a spy. So that's it for the gun tight slots. Once again, send that pressure when you can, and get adjusty if you want. You know, put your guys in hook curls, your safeties in hook curls if you're sending 7, hard flat whenever. But yeah, that's my primary basis defense versus that gun tight slots formation.